So guys, okay, I'm gonna I'll be putting makeup on today with you. Okay, I just it's very unusual. Normally, I put makeup on the first thing in the morning, but today I didn't, which is fine. So as you could see, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Like so. If I sent the thing out today. So what happened is my sister-in-law, she came home yesterday, and like she takes care of these kids a few times a week, and then she usually like takes a nap afterwards. So she did that immediately. But then I see my brother come home. He was wearing a mask indoors, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And she was wearing a mask, and he was like, "Oh, she's really feeling sick." And then I was like, "Okay." And then we had at home. They had at home like the test, so they did twice the test, and she it's like she looked like she had a flu, like a strong flu, right? That was just clearly she's not. It was legit and very strong symptoms. So that's that. And this is a three-bedroom apartment. So it's good that we can separate, right? And I got all kinds of like I got a shield, like I don't know. I was like cooking all like anyway, long story. So I got a shield, those things. So so when I go out into the other areas of the house, I have the mask, I have my glasses, and I have a shield, and I have like I walk around with this thing, and I have like I have this thing, I'm like everything, door handles, the bathroom is like the window of the bathroom is open. So honestly guys, I don't feel sick. I don't feel sick. I don't feel anything really. It's like normal. I slept a lot. I was like, oh, maybe I'm sick. Or, I don't know. Just what I mean? Because I was like, and I did okay, and I looked into like I was having a conversation with somebody, so I looked into it, and it said that I have been exposed to it. You know what I mean? Like, but the quantities are small, so I don't think I'm gonna. And by the way, everybody is boosted here, so it's just that I think she got. So guys, by the way, yeah. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna as I'm talking to you, I'm gonna put this on. Okay, so this is just if you're interested. This is called this is by Tarte. Oh, this is a correct. This is not a makeup channel, but just if you're ever interested, it's a corrector. It's a wonderful product if you're ever interested. If you have dark eye bags, okay, this is a great product. And so you put that on like this. You see, like immediately it goes away, the difference. And then you're gonna have to put more on top. It's just this is just the base, but it's very white. It's very, very like pale. Okay, it's not. You see, it's not a natural look. And they only make two colors. This color and the color. I bought the other color, but it's a little dark for me. Even though it looks like it will be my natural like I don't know. So there's two colors. So even if you have dark skin, like, because that's the point. It's like it brightens up, right? So anyway, it's very sticky, and it's like this. So it's one product. So if you don't mind, so what am I doing? We're supposed to. There's a lot to cover today, but I'm just quickly, guys. Just quickly. And so I'm gonna put this product. This is a by Color Pop. It's a tinted moisturizer. Since I'm not gonna do something, I'm really gonna remove the makeup. This is a very light. It's not technically foundation, but it kind of is. It's tinted. Okay, so you can see at least you remove some of the redness. Okay. Okay. So what is my arsenal? So guys, another thing I have. I know this is not supposed to be the day or whatever today for this. Oh, fell. Oops, sorry. What was that? It was a bracelet. So I have these little towels. I got this from Amazon, and I always have these towels. It's like it's some kind of I don't know, just random towels, little towels like that, very small. And I constantly, whenever I start putting on makeup, because just to clean my hand, like as I'm doing it. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do something cray? No, I already put this thing on. Made a mistake. Should I put the shield thing? But it's okay. So what I'm gonna do, and this is by it's a eyeshadow primer. This is a very important product if you have hooded eyes. Okay. So we're talking here. Put a little primer. Put a little primer, do a little dance, get down tonight, get down tonight. So where's the thing? What am I gonna blow? What am I gonna blow? Guys, by the way, I did this accent and did you see this story? I was kind of, there was this woman, she was 87 years old. She was a voice coach in Manhattan. And so somebody pushed her, a younger woman, like just randomly across the street and pushed her. So the one died. She fell and like because she did not, then there was like something happened. And she went to the hospital and ended up dying because the woman had pushed her. So they finally found her, and she's from Long Island. I'm not saying. So she's from Long Island, and her parents were hiding her. She's 26 years old, the woman. Finally, they found her because it was crazy. Like how like these things on the internet, whenever you post a photo, people end up figuring out who it is. So she had been hiding in her parents' house, and the parents hired apparently this attorney, a big deal attorney who's the attorney for what's his name, Dershowitz, those kind of people. So it's an expensive attorney, so they must have some money. But still, the woman, can you imagine, like, so the footage, guys, if you saw the footage, like she crossed the street to push this lady, 87 years old. She pushed the lady. Why, what kind of person does that? Insane. She's insane. And then she fell and she died. Okay. I hope she gets, I don't know, guys. It makes me so upset. Everybody. I mean, it's very upsetting. When you like violence against the elderly is very it's so wrong. It's so awful. I don't know what to say. I wish I could beat her up sometimes. Nobody. I mean, I'm sure I'm not alone. Okay. Are you there? Are you guys there? Okay. So that's the story. And then, but anyway, so guys, I hope, I hope I don't get COVID. I mean, I don't know, I have not tested, but I think I'm okay. Really, I think don't you think? I feel nothing. Okay. I feel nothing. I did not test, but I'm okay. I'm not gonna, it's not gonna do anything. You know what I mean? If I test positive or not. Oh, there was one negative. I don't know, guys. I don't know what you think of this, but there is only one thing that is somewhat negative, is that my birthday is like in like almost, what day is today? 10 days. My birthday is. So I was gonna go to New York for my birthday, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test. I don't know, guys, what you think. I'm only gonna test like right the days before I go, because if I test positive, then I'm not gonna know, because as you know, it's not. I don't care about me. I care about my parents, right? I don't want to but I think honestly, guys, I just think because I don't have I don't honestly. And I remember when I got vaccinated, I felt like, wow, it was intense. When I was vaccinated, So if I feel like if I were to get it or something, I would feel it, because I felt, the vaccine was very strong. So sorry, guys, I have to concentrate now. Okay, okay. So anyway, so that's the story. Oh my God, guys, what about Paul Manafort? Oh my God, I can't wait to look into this. I can't wait because so first there was the reports that he was he was removed from the plane or something like that. And then there was oh, it's something that his passport was revoked. But then some people on the internet, they raised the question, they said, well, if he had a revoked, if he was just an old passport, he would not have boarded. You know what I mean? It sounds like he went quite far, with his passport, and then you know what I mean. There is possibility that he like that like something like that he okay, even though it doesn't sound like it, like he he could. I really wonder if the government somehow prevented him from flying, or if it was just that he had an expired passport, right? By the way, guys, it's called Paint Pot by MAC. The color is a wonderful color. Okay, chocolate. It's a cream eyeshadow. Okay, and this eyeshadow, a lot of people use this like line of product called Paint Pot as a primer too. So it's anyway. So it's nice if you are looking for a brown color, for a warm chocolatey brown. This is a very good color. I recommend it. And this one, guys, I don't know the name. You know what? My sister-in-law, she introduced me to these like eyeliners that they're supposed to, it's two-sided. One is like you stamp it, and they come in two for the left and the right eye. I'm like too clumsy to use it. So I just, what I really like about them is that it's very thick. So because it's thick, it's much easier to do this like look, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I know it was supposed to be 5 minutes, 8 o'clock. I'm still getting together. So you understand, guys, right? It was a strange day, not knowing, right? Like, so anyway, so I swear, guys, guys, I made them. Should I give you this recipe? I made really the best chicken noodle recipe in the world. And it's so cute. It's kind of sad a little bit. So when I first moved to New York, near my college, there was a Ukrainian restaurant I told you about, Vezelka. They make the best chicken noodle soup, so I made it today, and I for my sister-in-law, for all of us here, right? So it's so delicious. It's so delicious, guys. It's so delicious. The chicken. So all you do, can I tell you the recipe is this? Like you get, even that there was like there was chicken in the freezer, chicken breast, thick. So it was frozen. So you boil water, you pour the boiled water in the pan, and you just throw the frozen thing. It doesn't have to be frozen, just throw the whole thing. You just, of course, wash it, but then throw the thing. And then you put garlic, no garlic, onions, carrots, celery, parsley, and then some herbs, whatever herb, not, no spice, please, but like thyme, and like if you have the French style herbs, like the kind of like simple herbs, and that's it. And then you cook for a long time until the great thing about this, guys, the really great thing about it is that once you cook, because it's basically you boil the chicken, right? And the chicken, after a while, I don't remember how long. Oh, by the way, I forgot to put the thing. I have to put another one already. So by the way, I told you about this one, the corrector. But now I use the concealer from Tarte. That's the really expensive one. I recommend it. Okay, it's the one product that is worth spending money on, called Shape Tape. So you put the concealer, and unfortunately, okay, I don't put too much. This is so strong, this concealer, but it's very, very good. Okay. So, oh God, a little spray, a little something. It's also good to spray. So I was gonna use my fingers, but you know what? I'm not. Just gonna do like this, okay? So it really does give an oomph. So do you see? I'm not even like, it's like you can really like, it really can help like with the, I don't know what I'm saying, with the like, not just removing redness, but kind of like this part here where I'm touching is very important that you make it bright, because this is usually as you get older, it's heavier. You see, like it's almost like it gives you an eye lift. Okay, really. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the little, little concealer here. So guys, it is worth it. Okay, this concealer. It's the one product that I have that is expensive. Little red here. And I barely put foundation, right? So it's okay. So anyway, so like, okay, it's a lot here. No, and indivisible. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're interested in the challenge with this concealer is that it only sells on Ulta on the internet. Okay. So you really have to find it. This is, you have to match the right shade. It's complicated. I recommend that you buy, they sell the travel size. So buy the travel size is $10. So you could test it if it's the right color for you. Okay. It's important that you, it's so important to get the right match. Okay. And I've had, you know, I have had this color. I have used also some makeup people say that you should use the concealer should be darker actually, but I find that it doesn't work for me, honestly. And since, to be honest, like my makeup, the main thing I do is here, you know, I use it for the show here. It's like, even if it's more dramatic, if you know what I mean, the camera will cover it up. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay. And then like this is, guys, it's $3. This is like from Maybelline, translucent color. Okay, because you really have to set the eye. That's important. As you saw, I put two products. You know, I put the corrector and then the concealer on top. This should really be dry. So it literally will last all day. Okay. No, I think you will, you know, you look up videos on YouTube, okay? Just, you have to look up videos on YouTube, you know, you can find like just, okay, you can find women of color, you know what I mean? Like, you can find like, you know, African American testing, you know, trying and everything. So you just see, if I would find somebody who you think has a similar tone to your natural tone. And then if you go on Ulta on the internet, okay, and get it, this thing, because you have to buy online. I realized that it doesn't even sell at Sephora. You have to buy online from Ulta. Okay. And this is the, you know, like this mascara I recommend also. It's very cheap. It's a Essence mascara. You see, guys, already it's a look, right? It's a look. So, and then the last thing, oh my God, I feel like I should, you know, I should be taught, you know, doing really the things. But okay, so you don't mind. Sometimes it's fun to do make. So anyway, guys, I want to look into Paul Manafort, and the reason why I really wish, I feel like it's wishful thinking. I really wish that the government had really put him on some list that he, you know, did not let him like fly. And you know, he was going to Dubai, where like all the oligarchs are going these days, right? This is another product that is so worth it. This is called a Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia. Okay. This color is called soft brown. It's very light, as you can see. And so, but the thing about these things, we really want to go, I recommend going a light color, otherwise it looks kind of cartoony. I don't know. So this thing, guys, lasts a couple years. This is why it's like, you know how you could buy brow pencils? I find that it's so wasteful, because it doesn't last at all. This thing, it lasts for like, you can see like it's very light. It lasts for a couple of years, honestly. Like, and I, as you know, I wear makeup every single day. Rain or shine. You see, like, look how, you know, it was my friend from Brazil, Raquel. She always used, even before I got into makeup, she was like, yeah, you know, the most important thing is the eyebrow. You see, like, it structures the face. Very important. Okay. And then now this is a product that is very cheap. It's funny. I feel like I have prejudice. It's like I have to just accept that this is just the best product. And because it's almost like I don't believe it. Okay, where is it? Okay, so there's a brand, a drugstore brand called Milani. And guys, bronzers are very complicated. So this, you know what it is? Like, I realized, guys, I have fair skin. I did not, whatever fair, like light skin, because the stuff barely registers. I like darker bronzers. I like that look of the darker bronzer, but it doesn't look good on me. I realize it looks kind of streaky. This is like, if you have light, kind of like light to medium or light olives. I just like my no, I don't think I have. I don't know what the undertone exactly is. It's like pale, but not blonde pale. Okay. So anyway, so it's like this color, it just build, and you can really build. And you can see how nice it looks. Very simple, right? It gives you like a very subtle kind of thing. So I'm just saying, like if you have like pale skin, pale, not pale, you know what I'm talking about, right? I realize like my color on Mac is NC20 and it's C25. Used to be higher, but I guess I don't understand how a person becomes paler, but that's it. So that's the recommendation I have. It's just this is the lightest bronzer I ever found. It works. Everything else just looks like too much. Ta-da, like good, no? Good, no? So okay. Okay. So this is it, guys. Now I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I like to ask for protection. Better for a real life. Coming on top of my head, huh? As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. Step into it, huh? Step into it. I feel protected. Step into it. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the higher sources. That it create the good, not only the good. Good for the good people. Good for the good people. Okay. So another trick, guys, is I always put powder on top of a lip. Like this is a great color. I don't know, it's a L'Oreal something. What is it called? I don't even know, but I love this. It's like I love orangey things, red, orange, or okay. So this is just like a random palette. So you can mix, guys, eyeshadow is also lipstick, just so you know, okay? So it's good to like, if you're in doubt, if a color is too bright, you always mix with something that's closer to your skin. So I would choose something like this. It's brownish, okay? Or even lighter this. No, this does it have a shimmer though? It's all matte. So look how cool the difference. Okay. So look how cool. Isn't that cool? Like you could do this with any color. Isn't that cool? So, okay. Okay. So anyway, so like, so guys, now. So okay, guys. So first, okay, I did not, guys, I did not watch the confirmation because I knew it was gonna happen because it's very stressful, as you know. But we'll look into okay, I still think things are going, at least yes, last time we looked, which was last time, Monday. Okay, but let me see. So now let's go into the Manafort thing first. So what was the story? Okay, what was the story of Manafort? Was it really because of a passport? Like, was it really? This is my first question. Is it really because the passport expired, or is it because the government put in on some kind of like no-fly list? Okay, number one. Number two, what was he doing? Guys, by the way, let me pause this. We know, right? There have been a lot of like articles just saying that UAE is where the Russian oligarchs are going next, like because they are transferring their wealth there, because like, and also it doesn't have what is that treaty? What is it called? You can't ship them here. You can, what is it called? Extradition. That's right. So there's a lot of oligarchs over there, clearly. So what was he doing there? Okay, so there's two questions. The first question, tell me Manafort, what's going on? Okay. No, okay, so tell me what happened with his passport? Was it really a passport thing? Okay, so guys, okay, so I see, I see, okay, so okay, so I see again that guys, it's like it's still it's okay, it's not clear. I even it's not clear to me, but I'll tell you, it's very clear like what he wanted. So I see he's like, oh, they're all going over there, and I want to. He wants to do business, and I see that his attitude is like he's kind of desperate and he wants money, and he's like, oh, that's where everybody is, so I'm gonna go hang out with them over there, see what they want. So if I, because guys, remember how like the whole thing with him working for Trump was that he owed money to Deripaska, and so like so then okay, they owed money, he owed money to Deripaska. So then he's like, hey, I'm now working for Trump, but this is the thing I could do for free, blah blah blah, right? So I think he was the same attitude, like he's gonna try, he's like a salesman. Oh, if you need me for anything. But and then I really did see the face of Deripaska, and he's like, oh God, that guy. Because guys, it's kind of like what kind of, okay, let's say you're some kind of criminal or shady person or person. Let's say you were basically one of these oligarchs. Why would you? I mean, I would think, I could be wrong, that why would you do any business with a person who is under surveillance? Like, because anywhere Manafort goes now, guys, he's going to be targeted by every single intelligence service. So anybody who wants to stay below the radar of law enforcement is not like, I think it's pretty much guaranteed that no matter what Manafort goes in the world, he's going to be monitored and he's going to be watched. Don't you think? He's kind of a dangerous person, right? In a way or another. So I would not be caught dead. Like, don't you think that, I'm sure they'd be like, not now, dude, not you. Like, the guy has, okay, just because again, he's being watched and he's such a red flag, right? So I just feel like I don't get the sense though that it's like he's like, oh yeah, what's up? Like, he wants to. And I also feel like he didn't talk. Like he thinks that he's like, oh, I didn't talk. So they must be proud of me, or they must be like, they must think I'm one of them. He's like proud that he never caved from his perspective, right? So he thinks that he's like, it's back on, or so in his mind, like he's back on. But I don't think, and okay, I don't think, guys, I'm gonna get my cards. Okay, myself. I don't think it's how they feel about him. Okay, like I just think they're like, and I almost thought also that it's more dangerous for Manafort there than here. Don't you think? Like Russians, like, there's a lot of buildings in Dubai. I think it's all buildings. So some people, some country make it dangerous. They make it dangerous. You could have an accident, you know what I mean? Like over there very easily. Don't you think? I'm like, okay, come on, like really? Another thing, guys, another question I have. Wait. Oh, that's right. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's see this. Okay. Another question is, it's like about Manafort, like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think I just get the sense that the way he thinks that those dudes are like thinking of him is not like, there's another, hello, just another, is not like, he thinks that they like him, but I think it's like, those people are very transactional. They used him already, they could just get rid of him. Okay, that's what they do with a lot of people, right? So 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 okay, so okay, so like I don't understand, like what, okay, And what's, because it's be really interesting to see, guys, what happens with Men of 4 next. And guys, our friend, as our friend Kenny already was saying like, oh, he was like, no, guys, it was wrong. It really was about the passport. He's applying for a passport right now, he said, because he's clearly like so close to him, right? Ken Vogel of the New York Times. So like, I'm just really interested. Oh, some cards fell. Let's see what the cards that fell. 3 cards. One sec. A bunch of cards more. New beginning. That's it. New beginning. Working together. Burdened. So he's also stressed. Okay. So now, so what happened at the, let's see. Oh, I have this little card here. So what happened at the airport with Manafort? What happened at the airport? Manafort, what happened at the airport? Gossip sick, okay. Friend. Letter. Protected. Okay, so it suggests that somebody, so it's almost like there's something on his record that says, be careful, this passport is, right? So did the Department of Justice do something? Why was he stopped? Why was he stopped? A little friction upside down. Message. So, oh, okay. So, is it really because of the passport, or is it because there's something? Is it really the passport, or? Network deal blocked, secret knowledge. Ideas court. That's right. So short illness. His parent, because of the stuff he shared with the court, he is still long way that he's blocked from travel. Okay, so that's it. So guys, I still think that even if it's like is it okay, so was it no, I don't think it was honestly, I don't think it was an administrative error, because technically he has, he was pardoned, right? So like I just personally, guys, for somebody who used to travel so much, apparently he had like, so he traveled so much that he had like to have all kinds, because as it was, the passports would get stamped, so he had to have so many. I find it hard to believe he didn't know that. Okay, but and guys, passports, it takes some time. You can't just get it immediately. Even if you can sometimes pay to like get it expedited, but like okay, like okay, so okay, so that's okay, what was it doing there? What do you want to do in Dubai? Okay, creative. Interesting, creating a defeat by really. Okay, doubts, behind the scenes strategy. That's why let's do some behind the scenes strategy. Okay, that's it. I like that's it. That's his business, right? Actually, he does the behind the scenes strategy. That's his job. Okay, they create shady things behind the scenes, covert operations. That's my job. Okay, and it's very, but creating unpleasant. Okay, just it's like he's a bandit. He's a bad person. Okay. Okay, here, false person. That's right. I could, I helped out, motherfucker. Okay. So I feel like, again, even though it's interesting, guys, even though it says that, of course, he was pardoned, he hasn't recovered. Okay, he hasn't recovered, and it's interesting. So, okay, so is it, okay, what happens next with Manafort? Is he going to be able to travel later? Is he going to travel? Because I still think, guys, there's like a red flag on his record. Okay. Okay, so what's next for Manafort? Like, let's say, give with this whole war situation at the end of the year. Let's say this is year 2022. How's the year gonna end for him? Ooh, devil. No way, no way. Deal with the devil. That's him. Quick, quick. Deal, huh? With the devil. Oh yeah, huh? Okay. Expose treachery. Okay. In public. Interesting. Too late. Too late. Success. Okay. Victory. Letter. A little letter for him. Okay. So there's still. Okay. I'm getting, guys, that he still wants to be the representative to, if you want to reach the Republicans, I can help you. But here is the treacherous exposed in public. So, but I think even though my sense about him is that he has been pardoned, that's really all he has. He doesn't have much else. Like, it's still his name is burned. And also, as you know, guys, that like what Manafort was doing in Ukraine 2014 is that he was pushing anti-NATO messaging. He was putting anti-NATO messaging. He was doing a lot of like campaigns against Ukraine. So that's like, okay. So now, but it's telling me that the things are changed now, that like these oligarchs are not, they don't want to be part of it anymore, and they don't want that. Like, they almost don't want the association because they don't like this. The war is bad for business for them. Okay, so that's my sense. So what happens to Benafort? He just has to, like, I feel like, again, even people like Ken Vogel, the New York Times, right? They try to like almost like he's on a campaign to kind of like make himself look good, like he's like image rehabilitation campaign, but it doesn't work because his past is, guys, think about it. Imagine being like him. His past is not just like, it's not just Trump, but it's the whole Ukraine. Imagine, like, I think he manages to be worse than Trump. Like, think about, it's like, wow, amazing, really. You think about it, like how bad he is. Okay, I don't think and for the reasons that we know, like that I just said, because people who want to do shady things, they don't want to be like associated with a person who is already under investigation. And okay, and then this whole Ukraine situation is a mess already. Like, right? Why would they want to be dealing with somebody like that? Okay. Okay. So that's the story. So is it okay? Is it really gonna? I still feel like it's. And guys, the other thing is very bad for Manafort, like that this was made public, because some people did not know that he was going to be there. Okay, so actually, this box, take it off. So like, okay, so it's just like, it's bad. Okay. So all right, let's continue. Somebody distracted here. Okay. All right. So that's that. Does it answer your questions about Manafort? Okay. Okay. So but I'm gonna go into the, of course, there's a lot of developments also in the related to the Russia today, and people are disappearing over there, and long story. But let's talk about the hearing today. So guys, I was I was on Twitter, and I saw like the clips of the things that were happening, and so of course and I said it on Monday, of course this is what was going to happen. So what's going on here? Tell me what's going on. Is she going to be voted? Voted in? Is she going to be voted in? Impasse. I don't know, guys. It's the cards. Okay, the cards don't look so great, but it doesn't necessarily. Okay, I have to say, like, remember there was the one time I looked, it seemed like they would try to postpone it. Okay, but at the same time, on Monday, I thought it was possible. Okay, so I did see even Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski voting for her, and I do think that Manchin and that woman are going to vote for her. Okay, and that's my sense. Okay, that's what I see. So it's still possible, and then I guys, not that I want to quote Ben Sass as being like, you know, a great person or reliable, but he said something like, "Oh, we know why this ridiculousness is happening. It's because not that, you know, he talks but doesn't walk." So he said that's because these people are they want to run for president and they are on camera. They want to be on camera. And this is exactly the reason, right? Like, and they're going with this, and you know, the whole thing is just so racist, everything about it. So how does the public, okay, how does the public, I don't think the public believes it. Okay, I don't think that this is just, and I see that it's more like about those right-wing channels. I don't think, okay, it's not that I'm absolving like people who vote Republican, but I don't think it really is a huge, it's not really so, okay. And she is like she has a perfect record, okay. It's basically bullshit, okay. Okay, so okay, so that's it. Okay, okay, so all right. Oh, and by the way, did you see, guys, that Clarence Thomas is still in the hospital? Like I said, he's is not pretty. So we'll see. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going with this. I, you know, sending the like, because I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, guys. You know. Okay. So if there's a, I don't know, guys, if the audio is not syncing, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I can't solve this problem right now. It's just something to do with YouTube, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, so I'm gonna continue. Okay. And then like okay, so that's that about her. Okay, guys, I think we have to wait. We have to wait until the whole thing ends. We can't, okay, don't get, again, you have to, okay, you know, really project the light, like for focus on the positive, because it's not, okay, like you want to put the energy up. Okay, so before, otherwise it's like okay, like I said, guys, the cards, they were kind of harsh before, but I still think there's a chance. What does it make? That's very tired. Guys, and so just to say this question here on the comments, what makes Clarence Finance decide to retire from his point of view? Okay, so it's not a choice. Like, I think, I don't know if it's in all cases, like, let's say RBG, like RBG, it was only death that made her, you know what I mean, guys? I think it's the same here. I don't see him retiring. I see that death is imminent. I'm sorry to say, like, that's it. Death is why he retires. Like, it's not like he wants to retire. It's just that the death. I just see, guys, that he wishes he could live longer, okay, so that he would give his seat to a non-Republican. I'm sorry, to a Republican, right? But I feel like that's what I feel, okay? Yeah, do okay, what okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. That's okay. Oh, sorry. No worries. Okay. Because sometimes people change their names, and that's why I don't remember your name before. That's okay. No big deal. Okay. Anyway, so it's just that's what I think. I feel like I've said, would you watch on Monday? I still feel like he's so sick. He's so sick. He's not like, I'm weak. He's like that. He's very, very, very sick. So it's to the point where like a person can make their own decisions. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of, we know when a person is that sick, and it's very different from is it I call it RBG. Beta again. Okay, RBG. That's it. RBG. So it's like it's very different because she was very like alert. Her mind was always like, she had all kinds of problems. She had cancer. She had all kinds of things. And she recovered, right? Like she recovered until the end. It was like a bunny, she's like, and then it was gone. She was gone. But with him, it's very different. It's like he has this like his energy is very heavy, and it's as if he's been sick for a long time. And then the body at some point it just does not recover. And that's what I think. So what makes him, I just think he's like, guys, and I see he's he's also very heavily medicated. So it's like that's what I think. So by the time when and if he retires, I had thought before that he had issues with the wife, like her relation, her situation with the whole January 6th thing is troubling. Okay. Um. Okay. So let's see. But guys, let's see. Is he gonna? Let's just quickly. Is he gonna retire or is he gonna? I'm sorry to say, is he gonna die? It's not that I wish. I'm just asking. So is he gonna retire? Or is he gonna die? Okay. What is the story? What's next for him? Okay, he's in control. Okay. Is he okay? Gonna guilty? Okay. Losses. Okay. Oh, the cards don't necessarily indicate that. Okay. Death necessarily. Okay. So, but I mean, it's so funny. It's not that cards ever do, to be honest with you. Let me see. It's weird. It's funny. It's an interesting question, actually, the question of death. So what's happening with him? Is he? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't. Okay. Does he come back? I just think that he's too sick. You know that when people are that sick, I don't know. Do you know, guys, if do they I think wasn't remember that guys, remember that what's his name? Would not wear a mask. The other one, the tall guy who younger, tall guy, the conservative, forgot his name. He would not wear a mask. So I think they have to be there in person, right? Like so yeah, so I think it's way worse. And okay, so I have a question. Okay. They just don't want him to die. All these guys, Republicans, they're really desperate. Like, what if he dies? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We're gonna lose a seat. And I think it's okay, so I think it's possible. Like I said, I think it's possible that and they're gonna freak out if that happens. Because you know how like they did not want to give a seat to Mayor Garland, and now oh, interesting. So, but first let's get this. Let's get Kay. KBJ on, okay, KBJ. Okay, Gorsuch, that's right, Gorsuch, okay. So, okay, now let's see, guys, let me see, go back here to what I say. So, okay, so now I think I answered the questions, right? It's interesting, it's debatable in what's gonna happen. I just don't see him retiring, to be honest. That guy, oh my God, he's not retiring, he's just bad. Okay, now continue. So, okay, one sec here. Where is it? Okay. So, guys, okay, there's a couple of things. Oh my God, what was it? Oh, that's right. A couple of things that came up after. I'm closing my eyes because I want to remember them. So, okay. So the first thing that I did not see is that there was reports. You remember how the guy who was the defense minister in Russia is Asian? I mean, guys, how in Russia there's a lot of like, I guess is that bad what I just said is Asian, but he's kind of okay. Guys, I never forgot his house. He has a Japanese style house over there in Russia. It's very unusual apparently over there. So okay, so let me show you. Let me share that because this is very okay. This is one of the guys. Remember when Putin was on that table with two military men? He was one of them. Okay, so let me show you the photo. Okay, of him. And he's so disappeared. Apparently has a heart problem. Oh, huh. I don't say that. I wouldn't want to say I feel bad for him because I don't. But over there, that's problemos. Okay, so this is the guy, Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu. His disappearance is reported in Russia. Okay, in the middle of a war, he's MIA. Oh, interesting. Is it normal? Like, imagine if we had the Secretary of Defense has gone missing. Oh, very normal. No, everything great. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has not appeared in public since 11 March. So he has not been seen for 12 of the 28 days of war in Ukraine, Russian media reported. Journalists note that Shoigu has not appeared he's usually very active in the media. Okay, so somehow, okay. Interesting. According to investigators, Shoigu is not the only person who has disappeared. Since 11 March, no events have been reported that were attended by Russian Armed Forces Chief of Staff, Valery Gerasimov. So it will be recalled that according to Ukrainian towns, young people in position of power in Russia who support the war in Ukraine are Putin and Shoigu. And so another guy, okay, I'll show, there's another person, guys, and it's funny because this guy that resigned today, or he has been in every single book I've read about Russia and Putin's rise. He's in it. Okay, his name is Anatoly something. Okay, where is it? Okay, so here it is. Anatoly. Anatoly. Where's his name? One of Putin's top aides quits, reportedly in opposition to the Ukrainian war. So Anatoly Chubais is the highest-ranking individual to publicly break with Putin's regime, with almost all Russian officials and state media maintaining a wall of silence when it comes to criticizing the president or his invasion of Ukraine. So this is this guy. So what's interesting about him is that he used to work for, he was very close to Yeltsin. So the whole, if you may or may not know this, that Putin went into power by ingratiation. It's like, honestly, guys, the problem is I don't remember their names. Like some languages, I just don't remember the name. So he used to work for the mayor of St. Petersburg, or he used to be the mayor. I forgot. And then somehow one of them was close to Yeltsin. And then this guy, this is the guy who brought him into the Kremlin. Okay. So he's and famously Putin only has the people around him are all from the 90s, like when it was coming up. Okay, so let's see here if there's a story. That's right. Chubais was described by Reuters on Wednesday as the architect of Russia's post-Soviet economic reforms, and Chubais left his post for ties with international organizations. The source does not say why he decided to leave the country. So it's remarkable because the guy they go way back. And I believe, I'm not sure, guys, which one it is. there's a link to the KGB. I don't know the stories because, like I said, I got confused. But there's so many names. But I think if you look up his name on his, let's say, Wikipedia, let's see if maybe I could do this here. 1 second. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Wiki Anatoly. Okay. Let's see. That's right. He was in. Okay. So. Okay. So. Russian business oligarch who was responsible for. So he basically, guys, it's a big job he had. He basically sold off all the government companies to his friends, right, for nothing, almost nothing. So okay, so that now. Yeah, it doesn't say at which point I wanted to find out which point he comes into Putin's, like how he gets into the orbit of Putin. But I think it's pretty obvious, right? Because Putin basically he's like controls the money, like all the state. Oh no, everything that was owned by the state, then it became privatized, but then he went to oligarchs. So then I think Putin kind of controls like who has what. But a long story. So let me stop here because it's not the point, right? I don't want to get into this. But why are these? So what happened to? So Anatoly Shubais. Okay, let me stop. So let me see if there's more people I want to look at because this is big. Oh, and another thing that happened today. Did you see that that like 40,000 Russian soldier killed, wounded, or captured? That's a lot. Okay. So let's see what's going on with Shoigu. What about? So the for the guy who's the defense minister, I see he's like, I see first the image of his neck being cut, and then I see the image where he's in some kind of basement, like really like weak and pale. So so is it? I, I almost would say I don't know that it's interesting, even though the image was like of him, like I don't think he's dead at least yet, but he's in some kind of like he could be home prison or something like that. Okay, because Putin he wants to control the narrative really, and he does not. The guy sometimes he's saying if he's not the greatest, like if sometimes he talks, he thinks so he's out of the private. I'm sorry, he's out of the public eye. And the other person, the guy with Anatoly Shubais, it's interesting what I saw about him is that it's not exactly what he's telling the public. It's saying that he got permission from Putin, and he's like, I need to check on the money. You know how there's all these they froze all the money, they did all these things, and he's like he wants to check because they have so many accounts. All these people, guys, they have like so many hidden accounts, so he wants to like monitor the money from abroad or something like that. Like he wants to check. And I think he wants to cut deals with, and I see UAE, like he wants to cut deals with other countries. He's desperate. And he thinks he needs to be out, like he can't do that in person. I'm sorry, he can't do that like from far. He has to do that in person. So I don't think I mean, is it for some reason I don't buy that is actually because he's like, oh, I'm anti-war and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, no, it's not. I don't believe that. I think it's because like hello, it's not like they didn't invade Ukraine before. It's more like he's really desperate about the money situation. Like he stashed all his money. it's like, because again, guys, the guy was, imagine he was there from day one when they took the money, all the companies that belong to the USSR, they just shared with friends, among friends. So imagine like you, your whole life you owned all this money, and I was like, oh, frozen, frozen, frozen. No, 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 no. So, so I think it's more like that. Okay, I don't get a sense that this is always such a nice man. Like, oh, he's somehow he really, he really believes in like, right, like, oh, I believe, like, I believing. Okay, okay. So, all right. So, okay, okay. So let me go back here to see. Okay, so now, okay, another thing. Okay, now this is okay. Let me go to the couple of very also different but important points. So NATO. Okay, here is NATO leaders. Um, NATO leaders set to okay major increases of troops in response to Putin's war on Ukraine. So remember, like, okay, so it's kind of like, what does that look like? So here it says, NATO secretary said Wednesday the alliance likely to boost the troops along. Okay, okay, so NATO has ready 140,000 troops in the region, mobilized a colossal war chest of advanced military equipment. So what's going on there? And I see that he's giving orders like, no, we're gonna go. I think they're gonna go into, honestly, I get the sense they're gonna go into action. And it's like they're saying, they're gonna say this, like, oh no, it's just protecting, kind of like, how Russia was saying, like, okay, because guys, I don't want to get into this, even I don't get started with this, but like they are playing a very, like, they're saying they're not acting by those standards. Like, why should we, you know what I mean? Like they're like doing everything under the table. Why should we? Like, oh, it's not a thing. Oh my God. Oh, let's be that, do the nice thing. Do the nice thing. And they're killing everybody, destroying entire cities. So that's what I think. Yes, they're going to put a lot more around. But I think they're moving on the direction. They're moving fast. Huh? Yeah. And I see that they're going to get the okay. And I think they're going to run by Biden, like, so the things, okay. And even like the Pentagon or something. And they're going to be like, okay, way to go. High five. Okay. Okay. So they could, that's right, they could soon use chemical weapons, but I think they have guys, and this is like, again, if we do nothing, I guess it's like you have to stop it before it gets, it's not that hard on, considering the problems they have with troops and considering everything, don't do it, okay? Just, it's so much easier to just use it. Like, who cares about the motherfuckers, okay? Really, right? Okay. So, okay, okay. So now here, okay, guys. All right. Okay. So okay, guys. So let's see here. Let's see. All right. Now, do you have any more questions about this? I mean, I'm gonna. Okay. Oh, there's another point about the Russia thing. That now this is almost, guys. Maybe this is the most dangerous part, actually. On top of the violence, like there's an important part here. Okay, which is about the crisis in the wheat. Okay, okay, okay. There's, you can look it up. There are many articles about this. This is just one version of it. Okay, that there's basically a risk of like food crisis. Okay, because Ukraine and Russia are big producers of wheat, okay, which is of course how you make bread in all the countries, right? Like needed, okay. So okay. So Putin's invasion of Ukraine threatens a global wheat crisis. So here it is. Together, Russia and Ukraine account for nearly a third of global wheat exports. However, both vital supply chains have been crippled. The war will impact grain markets most acutely in the MENA, and I believe, guys, Middle East. I think, I don't know what that means. MENA region with possibly devastating economic. What the countries is really affected by this, Egypt. Okay, and they have been having meetings with like UAE and so forth. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Wow, look at this, guys. Wheat prices have surged around 62%. That's a lot. Okay. And this is a basic product for, people, so people don't starve. So anything you think about it, like base, it's like guys, basic carbohydrates, it's like how it's a lot of the world eats this. Okay, needs wheat to live, Like even think of that, like live. And guys, I was cooking, I was making this amazing, like gave you the recipe for the chicken noodle soup earlier from Ukraine. And I was thinking, I'm so lucky that I was making chicken noodle soup and meat sauce. I was like, wow, how lucky I am that I can have this and I have everything I need to cook and I have all this, but because a lot of the world does not even have that. Okay. So, okay, for this training, the global China, the world's largest wheat consumer, announced winter wheat crop would be the worst in history. So you see, like it's a combination. It could really mean that like a lot of the world is gonna, okay, so the MENA region will feel the supply crunch most acutely. Much of the region relies on wheat imports, and spiraling food costs will contribute to existing famine. So you see, like it's just awful. It is. Egypt, the world's top wheat import, is a prime example. So Cairo, that's the capital of Egypt, gets 80% of its wheat supply from Russia and Ukraine. As a result, annual state spending on imports will nearly double because of the conflict. Okay. The price of unsubsidized bread has jumped by as much as 25%. The government has been forced to set a fixed price for it. So like, so that's the story. And guys, so that's it. Okay. Wow. Okay. So interesting. In fact, some have argued that the RMS was driven large by rising food prices. So it's kind of like, of course, when people are poor, like that poor, there's economic unrest, right? Like people start going on the streets, and okay. So again, it could create a situation in the Middle East. So my question is, okay, so let me stop. So let me ask now, what's going to happen? Okay, this is and it's so interesting, guys, how like the world, how much that could impact. Okay, so so this is, and then another thing, guys, also fertilizer. That's right, Francie brought it up here. Fertilizer is the one of the biggest exports of Russia, and of course without fertilizer the crops, like, so it's interesting. Okay, so what's happening, what's going to happen here? No, it's saying, guys, that the countries have to, it's one of those situations where like every country is gonna have to chip in, because it's like famine. Okay. And then and again, like this stuff, when everybody's doing well relatively, right? You look at stuff like this and it's like, oh, it doesn't, the people, again, the population gets angrier when they're starving, when there's no food, when food is just like way very quickly. And guys, the right wing here in the US complains about inflation. I remember when I was a kid in Brazil, there was guys, inflation. This is what happens. It's like one day you go to the supermarket, let's say the rice costs 20, the next day it costs 45, and the next day it costs 120. Like it just gallops like that. That's high, like crazy inflation that tends to happen. But when, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's very crazy how the inflation is like this is right. This is this level of instability. So we're saying that the governments have to act, and they have to put like protections, right? Protections, because, it's not, guys, those libertarians, they're always like, oh, I don't like, government is like messing. It's like, it's always the people that don't need protection that complain, but you need to help people because people are is going to, you know what I mean? It's saying 40% of, there's going to be 40% less wheat or something like that. And there are some like reserves, okay, but it's not the same. It's not the same as usual, okay? So that's the story. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. 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 All right. So, okay. So does it answer, guys? That's the questions. So okay, I have a question. So this war has like messed up a lot of supply chains. For example, guys, another thing that I did not add, but I can ask about now, is that the Qatar, the country with a Q, so Q, Qatar, so right, that they're supplying now a lot of gas to Germany. So is it what's going to happen to all these? It's saying that the world is going to look. It's saying it's going to look more positively towards stability. And guys, it's saying that everybody knows that what Russia wants is instability. They foment instability. They foment divisiveness everywhere. So it's to their it's like curbing them. It's to everyone's best interest. Okay. Okay. So you know what I mean? So it's saying that stability is not just because we're nice, everybody's nice or something. No, it's because this is what ends up happening whenever there's war, there's famine, and there's like zero supply chains, and this is why you should never like look the other way or deal with these crazy people. It's just like it's saying, if anybody had doubts about dealing with the motherfucker, now is the time to open your eyes. Okay. So guys, another thing that I read yesterday, and I did not add to you because it's not news, but it's about Alexander Dugin. I talked about him before, but he's this philosopher, right-wing philosopher, quote unquote philosopher, that like created these theories that I think Bannon follows and all the, and one of the things he said is that he's kind of like a Nazi guy, truly. And he's like, oh yeah, Ukraine is on the way. Like he's very much pro getting rid of, Ukraine is like, they have planned this for a long time, and destroying Ukraine is part of their plan. But let me ask this, do you want to know about him? Okay, one second, guys. Let me get, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you can look him up later. Okay, because there's something in the Washington Post. Okay, yesterday. Okay, here it is. Okay, so let me share this screen so you understand, because I think actually, it's important. It's educational. Okay, so opinion. The man known as Putin's brain envisions the splitting of Europe and the fall of China. Oh, good luck with that. Okay. This is the guy. He's such a creep. And he has the eyes of a serial killer. He really very cold. If you see photos of him, he has the eyes that are very cold, just really evil. Really evil. Okay. So I'm just gonna skip a lot of it. And so I'm just gonna get to the part. Okay. So here it is. His magnum, The Foundation of Geopolitics, the Geopolitical Future of Russia, published in 1997. Dugin mapped out the game plan detail. Russian agents should look at this. This is 1997, his plan. Foment racial, religious, and sectional divisions within the United States while promoting United States isolationist factions. Sound familiar? In Great Britain, the PSYOPs effort should focus on exacerbating historic rifts with continental Europe and separatist movements in Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. Western Europe, meanwhile, should be drawn in Russia's direction by the lure of natural resources, oil, gas, and food. NATO would collapse from within. Okay, so Putin has followed that counselor's letter. Must have think that things were going well, and he saw windows smashing right. Okay, and he saw Britain's Brexit and Germany growing dependence on Russian natural gas, with the undermining of the West going. So while Putin has turned to the pages Dugin text in which he declared Ukraine as an independent state with certain territorial ambitions represents an enormous danger for all of Eurasia. And without resolving the Ukrainian problem, it is generally senseless to speak about continental politics. So destroying Ukraine, guys, for them is big. And you could see how everything that he outlined, they actually went ahead and did it. This is 25 years ago, right? So what comes next? Should Putin manage to resolve Russia's problem in Ukraine? Dugin envisions a gradual dividing of Europe into zones of German and Russian influence, with Russia very much in charge, thanks to its eventual stranglehold over Germany resource needs. As Great Britain crumbles and Russia picks up the pieces, the empire of Eurasia will ultimately stretch, in Dugin's words, from Dublin to Vladivostok. So it's creepy. You should read this because things don't happen it's not a coincidence. It's a plan. Okay. So having read that, I think it's important, guys, to ask. I know it's scary to ask this, okay, but we should ask. So is it gonna happen? Is the vision of Alexander Dugin really gonna come true or not? Because it looks like it's not, even though they have destroyed a lot of it, but I don't think it's gonna go. So is it gonna get what he wants? Dugin, okay. Okay, let me do this. So what's gonna happen here? No, it's saying that, and guys, this article reminds me of something this article said, and I remember it said like this, if you read the whole thing, because I skipped many parts that I had read already, it's like he's basically has his ideology is the same of every fascist ideology. It's always about the past. So instead of focusing on the problems of the present, let's go to the past, the mythical past where everything is perfect. So he's envisioning some kind of past that never existed, and he's envisioning like you're going to undo something, and so that everything is fine. And of course, he's saying that the thing with Ukraine, because historically the farmers there, they wanted more independence. They're more independent minded. They're not very communist. They're not very they don't obey. Okay, so what I see is that it's the opposite. Is that the Russian population is done with their bullshit. Nobody believes that anymore because it's a lie. And he's saying that he created all these theater because to make in some ways to have the population ignore what they're doing to their government. You know what I mean? To ignore the corruption that's going on. It's not that deep. It's saying it's not that deep. They just want to cover up the corruption with ideology. Like let those people do whatever they want in an ideology that is based on the past. Far right, it's always that the fascist ideology is about the past and lie about the present. So and let our buddies get whatever, create some ideology, you know what I mean? Some empty thing. And it's saying it's very empty. They don't really walk the talk. And nobody on their right mind is gonna follow. You're gonna follow the tank that doesn't have gas, doesn't have whatever, right? They don't really. It's like they don't really care. They only walk the talk because they don't really spend them they don't. Their military does not have the right upkeep. It doesn't have, what it should have. And if anything, they just they were very clever, saying they were very clever in how far they went, but they believe their own hype, and that's a mistake, and everything's is ultimately going to crumble. But it's saying history will show they went far. They just couldn't, this whole thing was a huge mistake. It was just a huge mistake. And it's saying the mistake is to undermine the Ukrainians. Historically, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Okay. Okay. So that's interesting, guys. Okay. 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 So okay, but no, guys, don't read this. Don't read this book because it's scary. You don't have to read it. It's all fascist ideology. Okay, but anyway, so okay, all right. So let's continue here, guys. It's kind of crazy, right? Let me continue. Okay, okay, guys. So now, wow. So okay. Now, okay. So okay. Now let's go. I think we've covered this, right? So it's telling me that the Biden is he today or tomorrow that he's gonna shake hands. Things are gonna change this weekend. Things are gonna get better. Okay. Now, let's talk about Trump's support. Now, this is interesting, guys. It's funny as I talk to you. I don't understand how come I read things and then I don't post them. Isn't that funny? Why do I do that? It's so strange. But what I want to tell you, you know what? Maybe I should do this. Let me do this. Okay. So let me this is actually, before I go into the Mo Brooks. Okay. So there was the news, guys. Okay. That some American guy who, okay, here it is. So it's a really interesting situation. So some random kid, one of these January 6 people. Let me share the screen here, okay? Okay, where is that? Is that right? Okay, I hope. Oh, that's nice. No, I'm not gonna register for BC. Okay, so Evan Newman, U.S. Capitol riot suspect, gets an asylum in Belarus. Oh, so in other words, Russia, right? They're not the same country, but they're partners. So he complaining. I don't like my country. I have problems. I cannot break things. So where does he go? It's and others people on YouTube on Twitter are saying This is, if anything, proves that the guy has like Russia is connected to the January 6th. So how come you're gonna go? This is the place you're gonna go to? You have connections, huh? There he is, a victim. Even Newman told Belarusian State he faced political persecution. I political persecution. Guys, I want to see these people. I want to see them complain. You know, they complain about everything. Oh, you know, it must be great over there, huh? You're enjoying? California, the guy, he went from California to Belarus. Good luck with that. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it over there. It's great. California man suspected of taking part in capital rights legislation has been granted asylum. Oh, great country, no? Great country. 40-year-old first settled in Ukraine, but before reaching Belarus, where he asked for asylum, claiming he faced political persecution in the U.S. Belarusian officials said Mr. Newman has been granted permission to remain in the country indefinitely. State officials also alleged that Mr. Newman had been forced to cross the Belarusian border illegally after attracting interest from local secret services in Ukraine. And you know what I think it is, guys, is that in Ukraine, once the war broke, you have to fight. Like you have to actually defend the country if you're there. It can't just be you're a man, like what the hell are you doing? You know, are you gonna no, he doesn't want to help. Of course he doesn't. He just whines. He's not a real man. Let's get real. Like, is he gonna be like, oh yeah, let me thank you so much? No, he has to fight, right? Has to do, oh no, oh me, no. I know, I don't. I know fighting, no. I know fighting because I am against the Americans. But really, that's what it is. Like that's the moment he has to do, oh no, I'm not gonna, don't count on me for anything. I'm here for like, for the exchange rate. I'm here for, the blonde ladies. But now I have to pick up on guns and no, not me. So of course he has to go, he has mixed feelings. Okay, I'm glad Belarus took care of me. I'm upset to find myself in a situation where I have problems in my own country. Oh, in July last year, Mr. Newman was charged on 6 different counts, including violent entries held. He was accused of punching 2 police officers and using a metal barrier as battering ram against police during the riots at the U.S. I'm sorry, like, what do you think would happen in Belarus if you do that over there? He would no longer be alive to tell the tale, okay? So, he had already sold his house and traveled across Europe to Ukraine. After when the Ukrainian authorities were watching him, Mr. Newman says he crossed the border into Belarus on foot. Oh, in August. Oh, interesting. Huh. But why is it really August? It's March. He's among 650 people. He plans to stay Belarusian city of Brest. I have started life here. But you know what? The other interesting thing, guys, is that he, like, how are you going to change? Like, where's the money? You know what I mean? If everything was frozen, if there was all these sanctions. So, and I see that he's like, he's going to be disappointed. He's going to be depressing. He depressed. Sad for him. Okay. So it's gonna be like, can you imagine like a person who's like, wait, you don't have cereal? Do you have, can I have, I need a burger? You don't have, I don't like that ketchup. It has to be, guys, this is the thing about America, like there's so many products over here. And when Americans that go elsewhere, it's like they're not used to the products. Like, no Trader Joe's. I like those sliced almonds. No, I don't like those. You're gonna have to make them yourself. No, we don't have them over here. We have buckwheat for cereal in the morning. You like that? We better like, because that's all you have. Like, okay, hi Rose. Oh, hi Josephine. So like, oh my God, can you imagine? Like, this is like ridiculous. Okay, oh my God. So okay, isn't the wife? I thought he should anyway. So that's just a story because it shows the connections. Okay, now there's more here, guys. Okay, so let's talk about. I just wanted to tell you this because it was like ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous. Okay, he's already regretting it. I'm sorry, because guys, can you imagine like the privilege that you have to be like, I destroy a country. I destroy a country. No, I don't like black people. I don't like Latino people. No, stop the bullshit. To create a world where I'm just white people like me. What's wrong? this is a problem. My country, I can't destroy everything I want. Like, imagine the guy thinks he has a problem. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, huh. There's a lot of black people there in America. Let me tell you the problem that we have over there. Huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you go on the street, there's black people, there's like Latino people. Oh no, the worst. They have their tacos. Can you imagine? They go, there's like little carts. They sell tacos over there in California. Everywhere I go, tacos. That's a problem. That's what I call a problem. Imagine, like, okay, so like, let's imagine like that is a person. That is a person that complains. Like, that's the problem for him. He's gonna protest. Like, and now over there is great. You have borscht. You have, I actually like that bread, the black bread, like pumpernickel. I love that kind of German style like bread, but that's all you have, the bread over there. Oh, no, here, no sugar, too expensive. No cookie once a week. One time week cook. No more cook. No McDonald's more. No, nothing. So it's like, oh, okay. Oh, are we have like white supremacists like meetings or something? We have like, Nazi night. Oh, oh, huh. And guys, and so it's kind of interesting. What I see that's kind of funny, that he's looking for minorities, and they actually see that there's some, near over Uzbekistan, there's some people who are a little ethnic looking, but he doesn't like that there's no quote unquote black people or like Latino, the equivalent of like how they treat, you know what I mean? Because they can't point a finger at somebody else. So there, in some ways, there's no minority from the American construct, you know what I mean? Construct of, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, there's nobody I can blame for shit. It's his fault over there, the guy. He looks a little weird. Look at his eyes. Where does it come from? Mongolia? Are you from Mongolia or something? I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. I know it's a joke, right? It's comedy. Thanks. Look at the guy over there. It's like he's not, but he's saying that he gets upset over there in Belarus. It's not how it is. It's saying that even people don't get it, like they don't understand like, exactly what he's saying, like that he wants to find who are the people that you blame for everything. And over there, they don't seem to have. It's a different, it's not like it's a great, of course, but it's like, it's not how it is necessarily. And that he kind of like, even in the US, he misses like racism. No, I'm serious. Like because his whole identity is about racism. It's like, my existence is based on looking at people, pointing at them and saying like, they have something wrong. There's something wrong with them because of the color of their skin or how they look or something. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to do now. What am I going to do? Obama. Do you know him? Obama? He's a problem. That's the problem. There's a problem. That's what we call a problem. Obama. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, so they were saying, I read that the people they were translating him, they said that he speaks broken Russian. But I'm sure, guys, I have not tried to read Russian, but it's pretty complicated, right? It's a language. It's harder than German, I think. And German is pretty complicated, but they have more. They have, German. It's complicated to explain these very different cases and everything. So it's complicated to learn Russian. Okay, so it's not so easy. Okay, so it's not so easy. No, it's and he's like, hello, can I get a burger? Huh? Burger. Oh yeah, you do. Stop pretending you don't understand what I'm saying. He gets frustrated because he thinks people understand what he's saying. They're like just playing, just like making fun of him. So, sad for him. Sad for him. No, I'm not sad for him. Okay, guys, I can't believe. Wait, it's 9:13. Can't believe it. I'm on a roll. I'm definitely not sick. Don't you think? No. COVID, stay away. I'm me not talking COVID no more. No, really. Okay. So okay. All right. So oh my God, guys, has it really been, because I've spent 20 minutes putting on makeup. That's why I just started late. So anyway, let's talk about I am gonna cover everything today. So Mo Brooks. Now, this is, guys, let's talk about Mo Brooks. Okay, now we should talk about the man over here. Oh, enjoying Belarus, great country, great. They don't have the, over there. It's also like he's saying, wait, where's the border? Do you have a border problem? Over in the US, we'll have a border problem. Oh yeah, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of rapists over there coming to the US country. Huh. Oh yeah, you should see a lot of them. Huh. And so they're like, no, we don't have a border. It's like we have the problem, they want to leave. But somebody like in there, and I see that the Belarus people are like, oh God, he's crazy. Like they're like, oh, uh that they're like, oh, you come from California and you're here? What? You're an idiot. Like they're like, what? What? They're like, you come from California and you're here? Why? What the hell are you doing here? So sad for him. Okay. Now let's talk about Mo Brooks. Mo Brooks. So guys, Mo Brooks. Okay, now here it's so funny. So this is a really interesting story because Mo Brooks is, guys, I think he's one of the biggest like pro-Trump people. He's involved in January 6th. So, but now he says that Trump is no longer supporting him. So here's Rep. Mo Brooks, Alabama, said ex-president Donald Trump had asked him to rescind the 2020 elections, immediately remove Joe Biden from the White House, and immediately put President Trump back in the White House and hold a new special election for the presidency. Mhm. Brooks said that he had drawn Trump's ire by telling the former president his plan was not legal. That's kind of funny. Trump earlier said he was withdrawing his endorsement of his fellow Republican Brooks in the GOP primary for one of Alabama's U.S. Senate seats. Oh, it was. Brooks said in a statement that he had drawn Trump. Oh my God. Oh my God. The congressman later told NBC News that Trump proposed a series of events to restore him to presidency after September 1st, more than 7 months after Biden's inauguration, January 2021. So, okay. Trump cited Brooks' call for Republicans to move from the 2020 presidential election, focus on witty races. And so, oh my God. So this is, guys, this is really interesting. Okay. So I want to know, first of all, is it, guys, is it, because he could very easily just flip on Trump and like, in the January 6th committee. So, oh yeah, that's his plan. And I think he's saying that this guy, his Mo Brooks, he's like a no nonsense type guy, even though he's like, oh yeah, I believe, but it's interesting that he's saying that he's kind of like, he kind of Trump, oh yeah, I believe him, but it's more because of the way he talks or there's something. But the moment Trump decides to have, he's a kind of like a, he has like street smarts. I don't know. Okay, I know it's crazy to say because he's actually a pro-Trumper. He has street smarts, but what I get is that he's like, the moment he realizes that Trump wants him to take the fall, to risk all this stuff, to do all this for him, he's like, no, I'm going to stay where I am, President Trump. I'm fine here. I'm fine. Things are fine. So, he's like, okay, see you later. Like he's not like, he's like, no, do I look like that kind of guy who's gonna do that shit for you? No, I'm not gonna do that. and so Trump is furious. And I'm saying that he's furious because he knows the guy has dirt on him, has like, okay, so what's gonna happen? So what else? What else is going on here? What's going on? Like, okay, so tell me more. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what else. Tell me what else is going on here. Tell me about Mo Brooks. Trump, he's just like, oh, again, he's so angry. But did he really think the guy is going to do it? It's like, yeah, he thinks, it's saying that he manipulates people so much, and he thinks you owe me everything, so I can ask you to do whatever, because without me, you're nothing. Is it really going to happen like that? Is it really going to happen? And I see Trump behind bars, like he's going to try to do something, but it's not. Wow, interesting. He's not. No. So, but guys, is it so what is gonna happen? Because it's saying here, Trump attracted a certain kind of crazy person who's like, who's like, oh yeah, I'm like him, I like him. But increasingly they think they can And it's like, guys, I mean, come on, you have to be really stupid if you think that Trump is going to do it. If anything, you look at Trump and you study him and you're like, okay, great, I'm going to be like him, but I'm not going to fall like into that trap. Right. So he's smart. He's like that. So what does it mean? It's saying that he's going, I don't know, guys. Is he okay? Has he like been okay? Let's see. Let's see here. I just want to look up Mo Brooks, January 6th. Okay. I feel like okay, he was okay. Interesting. So the Ali Alexander is the guy who says that Mo Brooks is involved. So it's saying like he's like, yeah, he could just he's like, let me tell you who's in a good position I am because I'm gonna say what I know about you and what you want me to do. Like so I get the sense that he's this guy, he's not afraid of Trump. He's like, oh, whatever. See you later, ho. Later. I'm gonna run for Senate. See you later, ho. I'm gonna run for Senate, huh? See you later, ho. I'm gonna run for Senate, huh? So helt interessant. So 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 oh, interesting. Okay. So now interesting. So guys, okay, so by the way, okay, so okay, Madeleine Albright passed away. I almost feel like it's a little early to ask. I think she just arrived over there, okay, on the other side, but we want to let's talk to her soon, okay? But now just see here at the end, maybe end here. Republican senator says Supreme Court should never have legalized guys. It amazes me. It amazes me that like how backwards these people are. Like I'll say, you know, the fascism is always about the past, and it's like, are you even serious? Like Republicans, Supreme Court should never have legalized interracial marriage. Never, never, ever, ever. Oh no. Have devoted into a festival of racist dog whistles, so much so the Republican senators, whoever, even on the Judiciary Committee, are trying to get in the action. Senator Mike Brown of Indiana. Oh, no, I don't have subscribing. But you look at him. He looks very nice. Slick, trustworthy, trustworthy, trustworthy. So it's saying no, because it's saying that this is how you win. He's like, I guess he's like, oh yeah, that's what you say. He's just like, no, that shit is wrong. And it's saying, guys, that this is, but it's also saying that where he comes, like, is it really where he comes from? There's something like the whole racist thing. It's like, that's what should never happen. Because they feel like the biggest sin is that Obama became president. This is like created, it's like the biggest evil that happened in America is Obama became president. Obama should never have become president. We'll not be here today. You know what happened? The problem is that Obama's mom was white. His dad was black. If this was legal, he would never have been born. That's what you should know. That's what you should know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it's saying that it's kind of, but it's saying, the other thing that it's saying, guys, is that those Republican people, like not just senators, they're all competing to be who is the most racist, who is the most extremist. So they have to say things that get them attention, like this. Okay, so what's gonna happen? Saying he's gonna fall, all of them, because it's, guys, you know what it feels like? It feels like we're back in the era of like before civil rights, because that's what they want to evoke. They want to stop the world, like they want to go back before civil rights happened. So that's what they evoke, the past before civil rights. That's what they're selling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, oh my God. Can you believe it? It's like I'm laughing, but oh my God, it's not funny, you know? So like, anyway, but it's just like, I don't know, guys, isn't that crazy? So this is it, guys, okay? This is it, right? I get, oh, Madeline, no. I thought I was gonna say Madeline. You know, actually, Madeleine Albright. I think I feel her. I feel her. Okay. So I see she's like dancing the sky. You know, guys, I see, oh wow, you know what I see her dancing? Like ballroom dancing. Do you know anything about that? Like she was something like she loved dancing or like, you know, kind of ballroom dancing, or she was taught to dance as a kid. Is it? Let's actually have good ones. Let's see, actually look it up. Madeleine Albright. Was she ever a dancer? Let me ask. Dance. Wait, is that Goosebumps? Is that right? Is that right? Like, I don't know. Oh, I don't know about wiki. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I see her like dancing. Like, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily matter. Like, okay, I don't see necessarily something about her background, but she's like so happy. She's like high in the sky and she's so. So I just get the message. I just get this like she's like kind of joyful, you know, meeting her relatives over there. And she's saying that I see like a lot of like seeds for Ukraine, like sunflowers are gonna bloom again. And she says it's so, what I get is that she's saying it's so good that like this era is over, because from her perspective, what she sees happening right now is a continuation of what started in the World War II. So like, isn't that interesting? So like so that's cool, you know. So that's saying she's saying it will take all this time to get rid of it. And people exploit it from time to time, but that's how it is. But she seems, you know, and she's enveloped in a lot of light and a lot of like, it's nice. It's nice to see. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go. Wish me luck here to not get symptoms. Okay. I don't think I hope I don't, you know, but okay. All right. So I'm going. I going. Yeah. All right. Okay. So have a good evening. Enjoy yourselves. Get some rest. And I'll talk to you later, alligator. Later, alligator. Yeah. Okay. Bye guys. Love you. Okay. Okay.